Hello, everybody, and welcome to Whiskey Daddy Review number 19. And as promised, I have decided to bring you today Spice Tree. All right, now the Spice Tree is a blended malt, or a vatted malt, as some people call it, from Compass Box. Now, they got into a little bit of trouble with this particular whiskey because when they originally manufactured the first batch, which unfortunately this particular bottle is not that one, they were using what's called interstays, which is basically a piece of wood you put on the inside of the barrel over top of the normal staves that comprise the barrel. These stays were made out of very high quality French oak that had been toasted, I believe, possibly charred, not 100% sure. And the Scotch Whisky Association found that this did not concur with the rules of originality and that they were not sticking to tradition in making their Scotch whiskey. And honestly, I can't blame them for that. I feel like if they loosen up on the rules a little bit, eventually we're going to start seeing the equivalent of Scotch Fireball and apple flavored Glenlivet and other crap like that. So honestly, I think it's probably a good thing that they stopped him from doing that. But what they compromised with is they started actually using the end caps of the barrel. They use high quality French oak there. And they even explain a little bit on the back here. It says primary maturation in a mix of first fill and refill American oak. Secondary maturation in new headed, that's the end caps on the barrels there. New headed casks made of heavy toasted, so not charred, heavy toasted. So that's actually use an oven to toast it and really bring out the vanilla characteristic of that French European oak. And of course, that European oak is slow growing, so you're going to get more of that spice from it, hence the name Spice Tree. New French oak from 195-year-old Vagus forest. I'm not saying that correctly at all. The blend is all Highland single malts, primarily from the village of Brora. Flavor: core flavors of malt, red fruit character, and complemented by vanilla, toffee, and hints of clove, cardamom, and ginger. Natural colored, non-chill filtered. 46% ABV. Got this one for around about $50. Comes in a pretty nice little box here. So $50 would put it online with like a 15-year-old Johnny Walker green label. As always, sitting out. Just to blow those lighter alcohol vapors off the top. First thing that hits me, ginger. Second would be that deep vanilla. Definitely the toffee, for sure. I'm not getting red fruit in there at all. Maybe a little bit of pear. I'm also, they say clove. I'm not getting much clove. Definitely smell that highly toasted oak on the palate. Coincidentally, this is not neat. I added 2 drops of water to it. This whiskey likes just a little bit of water to get it up and running, but it definitely likes a little bit of time outside the bottle. I've had this one sitting out for about 10 minutes. Honey arrival. And it stays sweet through the development. And I'm getting almost a little bit of a caramel cough sweet, almost like a Werther's Original, right in the mid part of the development, all the way through the finish. I get a little bit of spice in that European oak, but it doesn't really blast me with the spice. I was thinking it was going to be much more rich and robust with that European oak. I just don't think it's enough wood on the end caps of the barrel to make it for the difference I would love to have tasted the first batch. A little bit of honey coming up now. Bitter honey in the nose. Mm. Right at the right when you're starting to get that Werther's Original in the mid palate. Ooh, right at the finish there, I'm getting a little bit of a espresso. You start to pick up a little bit of a chocolatey note. So you get the idea with that. You start off kind of honey ginger, starts becoming kind of caramel, Werther's Original, then you get like a chocolate hit, and then you get like a little bit of a you get a little bit of a roasted nut there towards the end. The finish is kind of short. It kind of falls off. I find that fairly common with most blended whiskeys, if not most vatted malts. Um, it's not as complex as I thought it was going to be. People have raved about this stuff. It's definitely good, and for the price point, it's about what I would have expected. It's not beyond what I expected, but it's right there. If you're just kind of getting out of the Glenlivets and the Glenfiddichs, and you're kind of looking for something maybe a little bit different, and you want to try something that's blended, or even if you're with Johnny Walker and you want to try something that's maybe has a little bit of a different character to it, this would be a good whiskey to try if you can find it. Compass box, as I said, the Spice Tree. It's a really cool looking bottle. Make a great gift too for somebody who is a Scotch drinker and maybe don't know quite what they want. Mm. It's definitely delicious. It just doesn't have that level of complexity that I thought it was going to have, but I still recommend it, especially at the price point they put it at. That's the selling point. Great price point, always wins for me. All right. Next time here on Whiskey Daddy, that's right, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, going big. And then right after that, can you say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker? Yes, you can, because that's what we're going to be doing next on Whiskey Daddy. Cheers, everybody. Hope you have a great night. I don't have my audience. Oh, well. We'll see you later.